Hello and welcome to another one of my Sims 3 speed building videos, and today we've got a very spooky video because it is Halloween. But it is a haunted house, or a crooked house on the hill, was the design I was going for, and I ended up calling this house Crooked Cottage. I built this house in Midnight Hollows. No, not Midnight Hollow. I built it in Moonlight Falls, that's the town. It is the town that came with The Sims 3 Supernatural, so I thought it would be fitting for a house like this, considering there are many spooky things that go on in this town. You can see I'm just building the house here. It's got sort of like a main structure in the middle, and it has various parts of the house that are pointing out as if bits were just added onto the house at random times, and it looks like a really old house that's fallen into disrepair. So just putting in the loft here, it's got a tall height on the final floor so that you can still see some of the walls even when the roofs are on. Putting in the wall decorations here, you can see I put some of the panelling on the side of the house. It's like the old tattered wood shingle tiling or siding. I think that works really well for this house. I also used some of the brick patterns. Putting in the plants here, these are plants from the Midnight Hollow store world. I thought they added a good effect to it as they were like a haunted or bleak and barren effect. Moving on to the furnishing here, I tried to make each room spooky but have a little different theme. So the hall I just put as basic, but it's got like a grandfather clock. It always seems pretty spooky. Although I am running with the main theme of antiquities, so in that library you saw with lots of scrolls and books around lying on the floor. Here's the living room. It's a very classic style, and I just put what I thought might look old and slightly sinister in there, hence the dulled colours. Here's the dining room. I decided to put some plants in it because I thought a room overgrown by plants, that would be a good way to go for another thing in the house, because I took some inspiration from the brilliant game Luigi's Mansion 2. In there's a mansion that's haunted by plants and is really overgrown, so I thought put the theme in there. You just saw the kitchen, more on that later. Down here in the basement is a magic room where lots of magical things can happen. I put one of those teleportation things there and coloured it to look like the TARDIS, as that's its influence. And in the middle of the room I put one of the potion brewing tables. Actually, I think it's an alchemy table. So here is the upstairs corridor. You can see I've done some constrained floor elevation to get the L-shaped stairs. It's more crooked that way. Fits in well with the theme of the house. Here's the master bedroom. Put lots of curtains and dark red themes in there, sort of like blood spatter. Thought that worked well, and it's dark and sinister. Small ensuite bathroom there. And here is the room I was talking about, the bedroom overrun by plants, sort of going by the theme of fairy. I put the Fountain of Youth, which came with, I can't remember the name of the world, it will come to me, but I put the Fountain of Youth in there. I thought that would be good because it fits in well with the, sort of like the overgrown and mystical theme. It does, however, add 450,000 simoleons onto the price of the house, so the whole house is 750,000 simoleons, but it would be a lot less without the fountain, but I thought it fitted in so well. And then up into the loft area. This loft area is quite bleak. I thought bleak and empty area, it's quite spooky. So coming into Moonlight Falls here, you can see the house. It is very spooky, and I love the effects that the trees have, the tall dark trees. It really makes it look really haunted. I'm not sure where that bleak scarce burnt tree came from, but I thought it looked good, so I also put it in there. You can see the higgledy-piggledy path leading up to the house and up to the steps. It really looks foreboding. So you can see the front porch here. Coming inside is the main hall. Did different lighting in there because I thought it gave it another nice effect. The red and green, always quite haunting colours, I think. Here's the study. I put lots of bookcases in there, and you may have noticed in the build I had some bookcases in some rooms before I had furnished them. That is because they are the secret entrance bookcases. You'll have to play the house to find out where they lead. Here is the living room. I put the grand piano in there because anyone who has ever played the great classic game Super Mario 64 will know of the piano in the haunted level in that game. It is probably the most terrifying thing I have ever witnessed in the game. Basically, you had a haunted house level. When you went into one room, there was just this grand piano in it, and whenever you came close to the grand piano, it would sort of wake up and come alive and start chomping towards you. You just saw the kitchen. I put several pumpkins and sort of rusty things in there. I thought that looked good, and I also found that sort of death cake. It looks like it might be laced with poison, so I put it in there. Here's the master bedroom again, nice tapestry on the wall. They're quite expensive, those tapestries. Here's the Fountain of Youth in the green and overgrown room. Put a couple of magic jelly bean bushes around the house because they're quite fun. I love the twigs and sticks set that came into The Sims 3 Supernatural. There is a statue from The Sims 3 Midnight Hollow, and it is in the vampire style room. Just put statues in here along with that pumpkin light. Thought it was quite effective. Here is another bedroom, sort of going with the bone theme. I've got the bone Hilda coffin in there, and all the colours are very muted whites and bones. Here's the upstairs bathroom. I just put that statue in there because I thought, hey, weird statue in the bathroom, could come alive, it's kind of creepy. Also put some wands on the wall for some reason. Coming up into the loft here, you can see I have put a lot of paintings on the wall, sort of old classic style paintings, and a lot of them are from The Sims 3 Supernatural, and they are the ones that change at night time. So upstairs here in the empty loft bedroom, you can see I've just got that wardrobe and the bed there. Maybe the wardrobe leads to another land covered in snow. It's a pop culture reference. Actually, I don't think it's pop culture anymore, but lovely, great books. Here's the magic room. I've got the alchemy table in there, and also stands for putting your potions that you've brewed in there. There's the magic mirror and a gem cutting machine, and also 4 types of wand for your sim to choose. So some more shots of the house outside at night. It's quite hard to tell in between night and day in Midnight Hollow. No, not Midnight Hollow, I need to stop calling it that. Moonlight Falls, because it's a very spooky town and it's always sort of in that dark state. It's coming down in the front of the house. Lots of the haunted bushes around. I thought the hill effect underneath the house also added to the sense of foreboding in this house and made it look really spooky. Coming up this haunted tree, I think this is a great shot. You just see the top of the house with the high-pitched roofs. I think it's a great effect. So one last shot before zooming out and saying goodbye. So thanks for watching, and happy Halloween!